It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. And
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes?
Trading.
Victims.
They were were victimized,
Yeah,
meaning
victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right.
Justin B. recently testified in federal court, revealing shocking details about Diddy. According to Justin's statement, he claims that Diddy made videotapes while allegedly engaging in abusive actions toward him. This confession has just been made public, and the details are startling.
We was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when somebody say, yo, man, I don't F with them, Nick. I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, Nick was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time.
Justin Bieber has been vocal about the challenges he faced in the industry, but now, in a recently resurfaced interview with Apple Music, he seems to be naming those allegedly involved. In the interview, Justin expresses how he still feels a deep sense of shame over the experiences he endured.
it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments, because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her,
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah.
As we dig deeper into this conspiracy theory, it becomes clear that the deception runs deep, silencing victims along the way. Allegations are now painting Diddy as the orchestrator behind what could be one of Hollywood's most shocking scandals. Disturbingly, it's said that some individuals Diddy allegedly abused were also involved in introducing new victims to him, leading to a cycle where those groomed and exploited eventually began to abuse others, perpetuating a horrifying cycle of victimization.
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He'd already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there.
The result of being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day.
Allegedly, many in the industry were aware of Sean Diddy Combs' reported actions involving young artists like Usher and Justin Bieber, yet remained silent or complicit. Claims have surfaced suggesting tapes exist of stars such as Drake, Justin Bieber, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj in intimate situations with Diddy. These tapes are rumored to be circulating on the dark web with staggering price tags in the hundreds of millions.
The is selling his own evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder. Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of all the just terrible? Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage. That really disturbing footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz.
Yes.
Like, and Trey's like literally sitting there playing Lookout.
Playing Lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
The boy came up with his mouth wet.
Mouth wet.
What?
Dribbling.
Reports suggest that the FBI and Homeland Security have already seized these tapes, which allegedly document Diddy in compromising situations with minors. Courtney Burgess, a close associate of both Diddy and Sean Combs, recently testified before a federal jury, with subpoenas reportedly issued to anyone in contact with Diddy during the alleged incidents. Allegedly, 8 video files across 11 flash drives showing inappropriate conduct have been secured as part of the investigation.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to be.
Let me rephrase
right,
it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning
Victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
These tapes are expected to validate what industry insiders have allegedly been hinting at for years. claims that Sean Diddy Combs exploited young artists, including Justin Bieber and Usher. It's said that Usher initially advanced his career through a connection with Diddy and later began managing Justin to stay in Diddy's good graces. Gene Deal, a former close associate of Diddy, has also spoken out, suggesting that there may be even deeper layers to this unfolding story.
A lot of people have been trying to drag Justin Bieber into this situation because there's a lot of like suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and you know, they're making a lot of allegations.
Same way they made allegations about Usher. When Usher was younger.
I mean, do you think that there's any credibility to these allegations?
When there's smoke, there's fire. Why would Diddy be tapping his kid in his chest to see if he wired? And asking him, are you wired? Why would he be confronting that kid? Why would Justin Bieber make a song about, what is it? I got smashed at a Diddy party or something like that? Why? There's reasons behind all this. So, where there's smoke, there's fire, Cam. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, Justin, he's been real quiet about this. I mean, I think like a lot of the other celebrities.
I was reading something, Cam, and the kid say, after he went to Diddy camp, he started using drugs so heavy and was smashed every day. What would cause a kid who wanted to be an artist in the music business all of a sudden to start getting high and drinking and popping pills and smoking? What would cause a kid to do that?
I mean, usually trauma.
Or a Diddy party.
Usher has reportedly spoken out about the abuse he experienced as a minor under Diddy's supervision. He claims that during his time at Diddy's Puffy Flavor Camp, he was exposed to adult situations he could not understand. Usher described being just 13 at the time, emphasizing that Diddy's actions were highly inappropriate and left him grappling with confusion and trauma.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what
Camp.
it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Allegations suggest that Usher and Justin Bieber were not the only young individuals affected by Diddy's actions. Rumors have circulated that he may have even attempted to groom his own son, Christian. Eyewitnesses and individuals close to Diddy reportedly observed unsettling interactions in an episode of The Art of Dialogue. Freddie P recounted seeing behavior that suggested Diddy was trying to groom his stepson, shedding further light on a troubling pattern.
It's more deeper questions that I be wanting to know, like why were you so infatuated with a child that wasn't yours? Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets. He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, I mean, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother no gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
You're talking about Quincy, right?
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, I don't know.
Albie Short son?
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son now? Like that. Like that seemed like grooming to me. That's his daughter's brothers. Get the fuck out of here. Huh?
This kind of behavior is rampant in the industry, and it's something that industry veterans like Tom Hanks have seen time and time again. A power dynamic is created where young stars and impressionable minors are threatened or incentivized to offer their bodies to industry elites in return for success. Who's the biggest victim and also the biggest star that came out as a result of these manipulative tactics? Justin Bieber.
Wow! I feel violated right now. Wow.
Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. What music you listen to?
Would you rather we have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer Justin Bieber. I have like little girl fans. I can't believe it.
My parents never gave me the sex talk. Okay. So why don't you give me the sex talk? I feel uncomfortable right now. Oh. Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird. Let's talk about the album.
The courage of individuals like Justin Bieber, Usher, and others who are speaking out and identifying those responsible is critical in breaking the cycle and ensuring accountability. Their voices are paving the way for justice as this shocking case continues to unfold, revealing the darker side of Hollywood. Stay tuned for further updates as more details emerge.